Hey, Low Whisper here with the infected. I've had this forever, and I really just started playing um, recently. Made some beginning to make progress. I wanted to show you something on the map, and also kind of give you some tips and tricks if you're just starting out. Things that I've learned along the way, or I've encountered that I wished I knew at the first day I was playing. One of those, this time I built my base on this little tiny island here on the map over on the west side. You can see right here. There's a little, this tiny island. I'm completely surrounded by water. And guess what? It's day 42 and not one Vambi has attacked my base or mini bosses. I see them on the shore and go kill them or shoot them, whatever, constantly. But if, especially in the beginning, find a little area surrounded by water. We build a little base on it, even just for start if you want. And if you like the Vambies attacking, that's great. But in this case, I wanted to deviate from that and try some things out. And it turned out surprisingly well. So everything is wood still out here. Nothing gets bothered by anybody. We'll go up top and I'll show you. I just got my crooked greenhouse in. See, I got a nice chair there. Uh, Winter took me by surprise. I really wasn't expecting it to come when it did. So um, I barely made it through the winter uh, because I happened to have a stockpile of pumpkins and watermelons. And I'll go to the villages for the potatoes, eggs, things like that. So as you can see, completely surrounded by water. I was just converting to brick here as of yesterday. I just wanted for the most part, a single story that I could kind of have everything together without running up and downstairs. So you can see I've been collecting drying racks. I've got to collect all that stuff, but winter had just got over, so I had a couple of stuff sprouted that I'll take those up to the greenhouse when I get a moment. You know how it is when you're getting going in the game. You got 1,000 things to do. In fact, I don't even have a large backpack yet because I've only got one crock so far. I have got a little bit of wool. I've survived the winter pretty good. I managed to make the rack there, so I put everything right here, so I kind of almost stand right here and reach things. Sorry about the spin there, but another thing, in the beginning, I thought I would die instantly if I drank dirty water. You can see I'm at 53 hit points. Takes 10 hit points and, a little bit of your stamina, your energy. But in an emergency, I wouldn't recommend doing that all day long, but in an emergency, sure, why not? The potatoes, you get all of these in the villages. So if you can't figure out how to get your carbs, your vitamins, and your fats, you know where to get those carbs. If you can even indoors, even if it's winter, as long as you have constant heat, you can grow indoors. But if your fire goes out, your plants freeze and they die. I still gotta get in here to do more of. I never really use the animal fat, to be honest. The other thing, who knew? Most survival games, you gotta make either fish trap or wild thunder there. You got to either make a fish trap, fishing pole, whatever, net. In this game, spearfish. Right up here where you see the fish here, jump right in the water and just swim underwater and you'll catch fish. Hit E when you get one at the end of your spear and it'll automatically put it in the inventory. If you don't have any room in the inventory, your fish will drop to the bottom of the pond. So keep an eye out for that. Why this get this down here a little bit. Okay, maybe that'll be a little quieter. I like the looks of this glass door. You can kind of see what you got in there already. Same thing, just got a little bed here in the corner. And that's pretty much it as far as my base. I also was looking along this area here, and there's some great areas in the water here is wide enough that and right here that you can build a small base. And also right here is an outcropping of rock. It goes up pretty high, higher than like over the cave entrance. I went ahead and marked my map, any of the villages I had been to. I went ahead and if you start building like you're going to build a cart, boom, you could just leave it just like that. And then when you look at your map, there'll be a red marker here. So, especially in the beginning when you have so many villages to go to look for your blueprint, that's a good way to mark the map. Or, down here in the southeast at this village, I found the truck, so I put an extra one there. So keep an eye out for that truck. Another good tip to do, if I'm running out of energy and I've just started doing a village or whatnot, make sure you have your axe with you. Throw down a foundation. You can build a quick, as simple as this. Just go here, place it, put a saw bench down. And what I do is go here. I put down a foundation. I'll show you where it is here. Well, what you can do is wherever you're at, just throw down a foundation. You can hold down X and use your mouse wheel, and as you can see, you can kind of adjust the height. Over here. So grab your axe. Or if, let's say you're out and it's taking you longer to get things done, need 4 logs for that, so we'll get another one of these small ones here. once you get that, go back in here, go to placeable, go to furniture, go to bed. You can see here you need 6 planks. That's it. And you do this sometimes, like when my energy is way down. And I can't, and as you can see, I just slept for just a minute. And so in under 4 or 5 minutes, you can have a platform, and then you can just, once you get to here, you can do your placeables, you can make anything you want. Like you could do your little, just collect your sticks and your stones right here, and you're good to go. But that gives me the availability. I can cook, I can sleep, I could even put a box on here if I was overloaded and I needed to put some things away. That's a good tip to do. I have them scattered out, so I don't know why. Master volume. That's not the music. Effects, interface. I don't know. But that's a good tip. I have them. You could have one like up here. You could have one up here, and wherever you want to. Crocodiles, they will hit you for a lot of damage. Make sure you take a cart over there, so you can haul these things because they're monstrous. You could even build like one of these. Take the necessary materials in a box on a cart, build you a butcher table. That way you could butcher the crocodiles on site, and then just bring your skins back so you don't have to worry about hauling very heavy crocodiles around the map. Each biome has a little bit different animals, from goats to wolves to, you see, I did see a pig now and again. With a deer, if whether you hit it with an arrow or hit it with your, like a bolt from a crossbow or a spear, see where it's running, so it will fall. Just like kind of in real life, when a deer is shot, when it bleeds out, it falls. So just pay attention to where it's going. And remember, if you're hauling an animal, whether it's a goat, a bear, a crocodile, deer, whatever, you walk like you're 120 years old. So make sure you always have a cart available somewhere to get everything back quickly. Make sure you build your watermelon crates and your pumpkin crates so you can begin to become more self-sufficient. If you look under storage, you'll see them all stones, brick. The good thing, as your technologies increase, when you go to villages, you don't need as much. Once you can make your own bricks and glass and different things, you don't have to haul all that back to your base for the most part. Chest racks come in handy. I wish the shelves held more ingots, but they come in handy. Right now I still just have them in the storage containers. Make sure you do make a food prep table, and if you're wondering what recipes you can do on some of the workbenches and things, just go up here to the items. Like for instance, let's look at some food. It shows all the food in the game. Some you create. I have made this one. So keep those empty cans you find at the villages. Just take a slice of watermelon and a slice of melon and it'll can it, and that'll last for a very, very, very long time. Remember another tip: if you get fish over there, and they're the big ones, either these big tuna, uh, that's the dried tuna, what it looks like once you dry it. You can hang these whole on the drying racks. Takes up less space. These are smaller fish, you don't have to worry so much about them. But instead of breaking it into two, three pieces, you can just leave them whole. Uh, Same thing with this one. So it gives you ideas, like right here, as you notice. We're going to, not sure why the other one didn't come over. Yeah. Let's go catch up to Mr. Mini Boss. They kind of do the same move when they come into your face. If you hit them really hard, fast, they don't have much chance to attack you back. I like the mini bosses. They give you a good chunk of loot. And remember, all these other waterways do not have fish in them. This areas that are dry in the winter time, you can also, just like you go to water and open your inventory, it automatically allows you to add some dirty water. In the winter time, the snow will be the same. Hold it over this, open your inventory over the snow, and it'll automatically allow you to do. And you'll use that, filter it, clean it just like you would regular dirty water. That's about it, but I'm liking the looks of things. This latest update is really when I started playing. I don't really have anything much going right now, just some. I do have some potatoes and a couple onions right now. I was looking at, items, food. They have, like, you could make this stew mix with raw meat, raw liver, potato, and onion. You craft it on the food prep table, but I believe you have to cook that on the stove, and I just don't have that yet. I'll show you what I'm up to. I still need to find the loom. It's like, where is the loom? And the water house. I've got everything else, so I'm starting to get everything together to begin to use the better technologies to make life easier. But I got to tell you, 42 days of peace and quiet, no Vambies. I know you want to have Vambies test your defenses, and that's all part of the game, and I get that. But this particular build, I just wanted to see what would happen if I built out here as an island on its own, and fantastic results. The Vambies are close enough to kill them by the truckload, but they can't break anything, and you don't have to run around constantly fixing things. My next step, got to get over there, got to get the other 3 crocodile skins so I can make this blasted backpack bigger. It just seems so tiny after a while. But you get really good loot from those mini bosses. And the red shirt guys, make sure you kill them. You can see I have plenty of animal hide and things. I made most of my gear, you can see there. I am going to switch over my pants now that, and to do that, as far as clothing, go to items, go to armor and clothes, and then you can see all the different things. This hat's great in the warm weather. because it'll take 3 off of your body temperature heat. And if you want to know, like right now it's 60.6 in here, body temperature is at 79.3. So once that gets to 100, you're going to overheat. Right now I have the sunburn thing turned off, but yeah, if you want to do that sunburn thing, yeah, great. I do enough of that in real life down here on the Gulf. But I hope you learned a couple things. If you do, leave a comment or maybe give me some of your tips and tricks you use. I hate when they like drop into the earth and then they're gone. X, of course, marks the caves. Make sure you have a light source. Make sure you watch out for scorpions that are in the caves. They will poison you, so watch out for them. They're best to kill with if you have a ranged weapon. Then they can't get at you. Come up here, there's some surprises that they begin building into the game. Looks like a future village location maybe or something. There's one house there now I notice, and lots of Vambies are running around to kill for goods. Make sure you build this saw bench as soon as you can. It's this one right there. Where is it? Circular saw bench. 1 log. The fuel lasts forever, by the way. This saw bench will cut 8 boards, 8 planks from 1 log, and this will hold a total of 40 planks. Make sure you build this when you get a chance. I know not everything may be important, but where is, what am I looking for? Chemistry, loom I still have not found, like I said. Circular. Storage. I need to make this stove. I have the tech obtained. I just got that. So it's 25 iron. I have to see how many I have of those. Furniture. These lights come in handy. If you find a pumpkin, 3 sticks, these are great. It doesn't even take you. Just hit E when you're near it. These are great once you start getting copper and iron and things. Yeah, this one right here, the grinder, sharpened steel. So, like as you can see my steel spear. So just put your little dot there on the wheel, hold down the right key, and as you can see, it'll slowly sharpen it. Not sure why, but let's see how this is doing. Oh, it's out of fuel, I bet. Yeah, that's what it is. This one takes, yeah, it takes a fuel can, but you can see it gives it a lot of, there we go. You can see it, sharpened it. Go back here to the spear, finish this one up. As you can see, it's slowly sharpening it. Crossbow, twice as powerful as the bow. However, you can make a quiver later on. Oops, let's go to, yeah. So you can make a quiver. However, it'll hold 15 arrows. But when you do your crossbow, bolts, which work on the crossbow, don't work on the quiver. So they're going to stay in your inventory. I just leave some here because it doesn't take hardly anything to make a bow. It's a stick and 3 rope, so very easy to make. Make sure you upgrade your axe heads and things and arrows, spears, everything as quick as you can. Move up to the steel and iron because they're far, far superior and they'll last a lot longer. And I think that's about all I got on this one. If you have any questions or comments and I just play the game. I didn't know a whole lot about it. I have watched a couple YouTube videos, but for the most part, I just kind of wing it and figure out a lot as you go. If not, it's what YouTube's for. But hey, till next time, I hope you try out the Infected if you haven't already. Thanks.